Hey, shalom, shalom,
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh,
Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kakudash.
double honors unto the elders and apostles that give us to salutation. We are pushing His word, sincerity and truth. This is your brother Yassad.
Brother Karataza. Yardan.
Yeah, you know, and we on the way to camp, you know, just want to fire up a quick lesson to the spirit. You know, something happened, you know, on my mind to do a video upon you know what is taking place with Esau coming down and bringing the normalization and bringing the bugs and eating our rodents and these things because they want to blame it on the, 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 the wide consummation of of animals like cows and these things, which are things that take a while to rear and these things, you know. So you wanna introduce, you know, bringing in bugs and these things into the diet because why? We know this man is actually a devil. You know, just as on the Lord told Cain he would be back upon the earth and he cried out and said that that was too hard for him to bear and these things. That is the state Esau want Jake to be in. Because all lies right is Esau, you know, programming their minds. Because when he about to complete his agenda, he's gonna bring great famine upon the earth. So with he now bringing it into a normal state, alright, you can go and bust up a tree and you can eat some worms. Because you can always have these pests, worms, roaches, rats, you can always have these things, right? Because when dead bodies and things, you know, when a lot of people start to be deleting the bodies, a lot of rats and a lot of these pests could be out. So with Esau done bringing you into the norm and eating it, that would be your food, you know. So hey, we going into some scriptures upon it, you know, just a quick lesson before camp, you know. I will start off in the book of Psalms 64. Alright, the book of Psalms chapter 64, and I'll start at verses 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And this here is, you know, David, you know, crying out unto the Lord. Because David also types, you know, he being a ruler over Israel, you know, he was representing the house of Israel, right? Because the king represents his people as pursuant to the book of Sirach, I think is the 8th or the 10th chapter where it talks about the manner of person the king is, so the officers and so the people gonna be, right? So with King David now crying out unto the Lord to hide him from the ways of the wicked. And this here is something that they actually have, you know, being planned for Jake because the scripture said the heart is deep. You know, they already look into all them scenarios and this and that when, you know, they cause great trouble and great wrath upon the people. And when they cause great troubles and great wrath upon the people, what would actually be the outcome? These people is gonna go into survival mode and, you know, no food to eat on the shelves. Let me jump down to verses 5. It said they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily, that they say, who shall see them? But we the prophets, you know, we making out your plans. As the scriptures say, how are the ways that Esau searched out? Verse 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Right? Because they actually know what keeps Jake away from the Lord. What separates Jake from the Lord. As simple as what we eat. Right? Going into the dietary laws which was given unto the children of Israel to keep. So the more we break these dietary laws, one, we would be more sick. Two, we would be unclean, right? Too, because we touching the carcasses of abomination abominable beast, you know, and farmer eating it. It's both the inner thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep, right? Yeah, and that is where they come in with, right? So our people now, hey, because yeah, back then look for to eating swine. Some of the men of the Lord that are the fear of the Lord upon them, they rather give their life than to eat these things. But we look at the people now, you know. Jake's coming out bold. A video I have up on my phone here. It would be put up. You know, Jake have about 10 rats on a stick and dealing with a rat. You know, Jake can't eat chicken anymore.
When you check it out, that is not part of our constitution. That is not part of our laws. We don't need, as the scripture says, it was say, and be not your person and choose none of his ways. Right? That is the ways of the heathen. The heathen, they eat anything. They eat what's like Mary man liver king or something. So yeah, they basically eating anything. Esau eating anything, and the survival of it. But we're gonna go with difference how the Lord make a Jake body and our system, and how we make this other hidden system. You can eat the same thing, you eat it and jump down and get sick. Right? But going back to the video with the brother, what can I say? Right? Esau just trying to normalize the eating of these rodents, eating of these insects, right? These worms that we know is unclean. Why he trying to do that for? Because he is trying to keep it further and further away from it. How about Hashem Yerushalayim? That is them whole purpose in life. To be a stumbling block for the truth, right? And to continue having you in your wickedness and stuck in that wicked way. Because you know when Lord come back, what are you going to do? The scripture saying you're going to do to all sinners. Like the wages of sinners what? The wages of sinners death. And Lord come back to kill these sinners who continue not obeying his word.
The dietary law, we have a precept to bring up. The dietary law here, you know, in the book of Leviticus chapter 11 and verses 21, it says, yet these may ye eat of every flying, creeping thing that goeth upon all four, which have legs above their feet, to leap wherewithal upon the earth. Even these of them ye may eat, the locust after his kind, and the bald locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. Right? So hey, this as just as for example, when John the one crying out in the wilderness, you know, he was eating locusts and honey. Let me get a account.
Yeah, it have certain insects that you don't specify to eat. But when you say this, like, you can eat worms. You can dig up the ground and you might find some big long worm. So yeah, you can fry up that. You can go and fry up some cockroach and no.
But there in the book of Matthew chapter 3 and verse 4. And the same John had his raiment of camel's hair, and a leathern girdle about his loins, and his meat was locusts and wild honey. And this is not John going off eating bugs, you know, but the Lord already said that it is edible that we eat the locust, you know. He specified these things, right? So it say, but all other creeping things which have 4 feet shall be an abomination unto you. And for these ye shall be unclean, whatsoever toucheth, whosoever toucheth the carcass of them shall be unclean until evening, and whosoever beareth aught of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. Yeah, so all these other bugs beside the locust, you know, the grasshopper, you know, the unclean, right?
Just that, like, yeah, but when the scripture says that slowly, when you eat these things, in the sight of the Most High, you are an abomination. Right? The Lord seeing you and hey, just you become like a walking dead. Going back to the video where I talk about eating these rats. And if you did cats that was showing just now, these are roach she was eating.
Yeah, the roach.
Yeah, she eating a roach. The abomination and they are bashing me on shit.
Yeah. John 27. And whatsoever goeth upon his paws among all manner of beasts that go on all fours, those are unclean unto you. Whosoever toucheth a carcass shall be unclean until the evening. And he that beareth the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until evening. They are unclean unto you. These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creep up on the earth, the weasel and the mouse and the tortoise, which is a turtle, after his kind. Yeah, and yeah, Jake a set a mouse, a set a mice on stick, and dealing with it, he ain't need no meat, you know. It's and the ferret and the chameleon and the lizard and the snail and the mouse. These are unclean to you among all that creep, or whosoever that touch them, when they be dead, they shall be unclean until evening. Yeah, so the Lord already said these things that are out of the question. But yet Jake is jolly, is a good thing. And far more could be swine. Right, I'll bring the precept in the book Isaiah 60.
And that's the show what it is, right? These heathens, they like, you know, they making it look like you're not going to have any other way out, right? But we know Yahweh Hashem Yahshua will always make a way out for his people. His people, and the Lord isn't going to have his people eating no abomination. Lord don't want his people eating no abomination. Because why? He does provide for us. Anytime we have to get something, he does provide for us. These tutors, them, they're going to be eating the swine's flesh. They're going to be eating the freaking mice. Right? Let them go and do that. Let them go and do these nonsense. We show you how Basham Shai can function. We. Go, Jacob.
Isaiah 66 and 17, it say, Isaiah 66 and 15, for behold, Yahweh Hashem Shai will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Come, thy will Lord come back to do only 2/3. Right? We want to follow Esau and eat all these things in the video we showed earlier on. That's what's going to happen to you. Go ahead.
And it says, for by fire and by a sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Shai, shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst. Yeah, because and that is why you see a lot of them, they play big Christians, big church people, and these things, you know, they sanctifying themselves, they call themselves separate, you know, being amongst in the Christian church, but yet what? Eating swine's flesh. Because when, around Christmas time, when these Christians had a dinner party, there's a big slab of pork up on the table, right? Because their doctrine is, hey, bless it and eat it. You know? It's a, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So they're gonna be a part of they that been burnt and they be tormented by the flames and the fire, the nuclear missiles.
So you know? we don't need to eat none of these abominations to survive. Right? The Lord is gonna be our health, and Lord is gonna be our strength in that time to come. We don't need none of these freaking insects shown in these videos. We eating that for. And we know that's against the scripture. But these Christians now, what's going with them? They want to perverse the scripture, right? And when they do so, they make everyone else believe it.
And also he mentioned concerning the worms and thing, that high in protein and all these things is a much better sort of meat than the cows and these things. You know, because the scripture in Psalms, as it's Psalms 55 and 20.
Come on, just before you get on all too, right? What the scriptures also said, because these heathens, and you believe in them. You believe in them?
Come.
It is high in protein. Yes, when I eat this, you're gonna feel real energized and revitalized. It's better than eating chicken. That's such a nonsense.
Can Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter,
Can.
but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Yeah, so hey, he would come with his nice, smooth words, with his big words. He would use his scientific words, and try to implement it as these things, but not knowing the parasites within these rodents and within these swine and these things, they don't die. So when you eat these things, they would remain in your body.
Can. And also to go in a little deeper is because when you're eating these unclean things with these kind of toxins that actually get within your bloodstreams, so which is you're defiling your temple. And with that now, you continue to eat in these defiled things, what does tend to happen? It changing the DNA itself within your blood. Right? So this precept here, Leviticus 11 and 44, and it say, "For I am Yahweh thy power, ye shall therefore sanctify yourself, and ye shall be holy. For I am holy, neither ye defile yourself with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth." Yeah.
And the Lord being brought out there. This devil wanna bring these foods in, and Jake would cling to it because the scriptures say is come together. Say more excellent than his neighbor, but the way it
Yes, so it's also Esau, he just keep on just creating a he just creating a deception because which is that Esau, they already know what they setting in stone. So that's why they had to show you, hey, this here is okay to eat, but which is it false? Because it's more or less for the two jakes is who actually targeting to just to defile the temple, so you're going and get this distance from the Messiah himself. Right?
Proverbs 12 and 26, it says the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces them. So no matter what Esau tell these people that who just wouldn't turn to the Lord, hey, they would believe anything. Just as the MOTB, the eyes would be clinging upon that, because when they hear about these so-said miracles this thing could do, it could, heal nerve, it could heal damaged nerves, it could get eyesight, all these, and also the things that come with it, the perks, it could open your vehicle, no more cash, all these things. Hey, these people eyes would be clinging to these things, so they would fall for his snare. Right? Easily. Well, just a quick one we find up, before camp. Hopefully this little video was edifying. All praise. Oh, you have a precept.
Yeah, just one last precept, right? So like this is 1 Corinthians 3 and 1 Corinthians 3 and 18. It says, "Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seeth to be wise in this world, let him be a fool, that he may be wise." Right? And that is what's going on with Esau, because we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Right? So we don't just be deceived based on the news and all these different stuff, Yeah.
Can, yeah, because this man he controls the media, all the information being pushed out there. This man is in control of it, you know. So that is why he have the control of the masses, sending information to the masses. That's why a lot of things happening, even concerning brothers' videos. A lot of it is be blocked because he literally sending out what people need to know, what people need to hear, all these things. He's in control. So, you know, hopefully this short lesson was edifying. You know, all praises unto Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash.
Double honors unto the elders and apostles. Until the next one, Shalom.
Shalom.